you struggle with the dilemma of whether or not to get up early and work out or get your rest. Should you rest and recover, or should you get up early and get that workout in? And that is a dilemma that most of us deal with, and it's something that doesn't go away. So today we're going to talk about that just a bit, all right? So I'm your guy, Coach Mark. This is First Light. And on First Light, guys, we walk and talk, all right? We walk and talk. A lot of times when you're walking, you're a little bit more relaxed. You can clear your mind a little bit, especially if you're walking outside, and that makes for good and great conversation, to be honest with you. So for me, getting up early and working out. Now, I like to start my day out with a workout, with movement, let's just say, okay? Because some days, guys, you might wake up and you don't have it, right? And you just need to move. And so that's why you'll see a lot of us walking in the morning, because you might wake up, man, your hamstrings are a bit stiff, your back's a little stiff, your arms seem to be a little bit under pressure because of what workout you might have put it through 2 days ago, right? Them through 2 days ago. So you may just not have it, right? You may not have the energy, you might not have slept well. Whatever the case, you might not be able to stress your body, to the limit, but you can get in some type of movement. So I like to start my day out with movement. But there are some days that I plan to get up at 5:30, man, and it doesn't happen. And then maybe I stayed up a little bit later, but you wake up sometimes and you just know, oh, I need 2 more hours of sleep. I need 2 more hours of sleep. This isn't something I just want to do. I need it. So one thing how I gauge it, guys, is my alarm goes off. My phone is far away from where I sleep, okay? So they talk about putting it in another room. That helps. But if you have to at least stand up and get out of bed to cut off your alarm, that's a good gauge of whether or not you're awake or not, right? So most of us, if we wake up, we have to use the restroom because, our body's been recovering and repairing all night. So most of us have to use the bathroom. If you're using a bathroom and you count to 5, right? So what I like to do is I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I am fully awake at that point, then I know, all right, it's time to go. But if I am still groggy, guys, if I'm still tired and I'm still feeling like I need to get back into bed, a lot of times, guys, that's what I do. That's what I do. And let me tell you how that helps you. What'll happen is when we push through that, which I've done before, and we go and we work out anyway. First of all, we're moving slower throughout the morning. So you'll leave later. It takes you longer to get to whatever, facility you're going to. Maybe you're going to the track like I am now. And you're just moving slower, right? But then you get there, your mood isn't where it needs to be because you're not fully recovered. So you're kind of dreading the workout instead of attacking the workout with a positive mindset. So what I found is that I don't go 100%. I don't go 100%, guys, because I'm not fully charged. It's like if you put your phone on the charger at night and you wake up and you realize, oh, it wasn't charging all night, right? That ever happened to you? So now your battery's on 50%. Now, most of us would say, well, 50%, it should work as well as it does when it's at 100. But guys, you know how it goes. It seems like it doesn't, right? And that's how the human body works as well. So deciding to get back into bed or get out of the bed is a pivotal point in most of our days. Now, I will tell you this, guys. If you're in your first 90 to 100 days of getting back in shape, you got to suck it up. You got to suck it up because you're trying to create the habit. You're trying to create the momentum. You're trying to create the consistency. You're trying to create the winner mindset, okay? So you can't be the person that says, F it, I'm just going to hit my snooze button every day, because you'll never get going, right? But we're talking about once you get past the 90 to 100 day mark. And a lot of you are past that. So what I also do is, guys, I stagger my early workouts, because a lot of us feel like it has to be all or nothing. Like you have to get up every morning at 4:30 and work out or else. No, you don't. And you don't have to do it every day, guys. If you feel like getting up early is good for you when you go cycle, right? Because it's just a little bit less stress on your body and you're more apt to want to go do it, then that's what you do. The 2 days a week that you cycle, you get up early. Then the other days, guys, you sleep in a bit. So what I do I go play basketball in the morning. We start at 6 o'clock. So those are my early days. So that's 2 to 3 times a week, right? A lot of times it's only 2. So I end up getting up at like 4:30. It's early, guys. I gotta be honest with you, and I'm tired, but I like playing. So I know that it's not gonna feel like a workout to me because I enjoy playing. There's other people there. Obviously, I know the guys. So there's a different element when you go to do a group activity like that, especially something that you enjoy doing. So those are the days I get up early. But guys, I don't do it 2 days in a row. I don't do it 2 days in a row. I'm 48 years old. Even if I wasn't, I need my rest. But most likely, it's that sleeping from 10 to 4:30. That's not bad. But it's 6.5 hours instead of 7.5. I run pretty well off of about 7.5 hours, if that's consistent. So I break it up a bit, and it seems to work out really well for me. So on those days, guys, that I also will have a rest day scheduled after a basketball day. So I got up early at 4:30. I played full court basketball. Of course, my body's a little bit exhausted after that. So the next day is a rest day for me. So not only is it a recovery day and I might just do some stretching, hit the sauna, whatever, I'm also sleeping in a bit. And guys, it works wonders. When you're in this lifestyle, you realize that your life isn't going to be exactly how you planned, right? You're not going to be able to, everybody doesn't get 8 hours of sleep every night, right? You're not going to be able to sleep from 9 to 5 every night and get up early, and that's very rare. But you can find spots where you can excel and do things that you didn't even think you're capable of if you just, plan well, right? So I plan really well, and I make sure that I get those rest and recovery days in. They're really big because when you have to get up early and you've rested the other day, the day before or 2 days ago, it really makes a big difference. And finally, guys, as many of you know, I also work out in the evening. And how does that help me? Well, when you work out in the evening, and I'm saying work out in the evening, guys, a lot of times I'm walking, right? I get in my push-ups too, but most of the time I'm walking. And I'm telling you, man, because I take that time period from 7 to 8, pretty much every night from 7 to 8 after dinner, and I make sure I get in some movement, I can make up for where I lacked in the morning. You know what I mean? So, people will say, some people work out twice a day and they call it 2 a days. I'm not saying a high impact workout is needed twice a day, but I am saying that when you make sure to move in the evening, even if you didn't get up as early as you wanted to in the morning, even if you didn't get everything done that you wanted to earlier in the day, that gives you time to make it back up. And I just got to be honest with you guys, that has changed my life. I got to be straight with you. That has changed my life. And like I said, guys, 90% of the time it's a walk. I may turn it into a walk run, but I rarely, strength train at night. I rarely run sprints at night. I normally don't have the energy to do that, but the walks, they really do a lot. So, hey, this is from me to you guys. I just wanted to give you some tips on how you can deal with the dilemma of getting up early or staying in the bed and getting your rest. So, everybody, let's have a absolutely gorgeous day, all right? Let's have a beautiful day. And I'll see you guys on the next one.